You know things are really bad for Ubisoft when even a Shill Analyst claims that Assassin's Creed Shadows is not the silver bullet the company needs in order to basically continue. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. So Ubisoft has touted that Assassin's Creed Shadows has seemingly been an overwhelming success. They are obviously painting this narrative, whether it be on social media or through feeding information to various shill media outlets. Obviously, we've seen that they have touted the game, given the fact that it has been played by over 2 million people within the first 48 hours. They posted this over on X, saying 2 million players were thrilled to celebrate this incredible milestone, yada, yada, yada. More recently, the company said it was truly overwhelmed by the incredible support and enthusiasm we received, citing that it has very positive player reviews on Steam, 4.79 out of 5 rating on PlayStation, and a 4.5 out of 5 rating on Xbox. On top of this, as I said, they've also seemingly leaked data to various outlets, including VGC, indicating that the game, quote, delivered the second highest day one sales revenue in the franchise's history, behind only Valhalla. VGC also claimed that, quote, Shadows marked Ubisoft's best ever day one launch on the PlayStation Digital Store, was the most wishlisted Ubisoft title of all time, and generated over 11 million hours watched on Twitch, the strongest start for any recent Ubisoft title, including Valhalla. Furthermore, this data also seemingly downplayed the game's Steam player counts, with VGC reporting that PC represented about 27% of total activations, which likely encompasses full sales and subscription downloads via Ubisoft Plus, with Steam playing a significant role in that performance. So clearly doing a media blitz, whether that be from their own personal social media accounts or leaking it to people in the shill press, such as VGC. So nevertheless, Rice Elliott, he's an analyst at MIDIA Research. He previously worked as a games market analyst at Newzoo and also spent time at Nielsen, is not fooled by it. He's saying that the early numbers sadly do not reflect the smash hit Ubisoft really needs. He posted this over on LinkedIn. He said that Ubisoft's announcement of 2 million players is a bad comp and it's obfuscating things. He said, it doesn't take game sharing on PlayStation 5 into account. There's a system-level workaround that lets PS5 players share games digitally with a friend. He also said Ubisoft's multi-game subscription, Ubisoft Plus, didn't exist in 2018. For $18 a month, Ubisoft Plus now lets subscribers play new Ubi games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, on PC and Xbox at launch. Furthermore, he notes that Alinea Analytics, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, predicts the game has only sold around 1 million copies total between Steam and PlayStation 5. Alinea claims that the game sold 711,700 copies through March 22nd on PlayStation and just 288,800 on Steam through March 22nd. He also notes this does not include Xbox and Luna data, but obviously PC and PlayStation are where the bulk of the sales are happening for Assassin's Creed Shadows. And 2 days after launch, you've only sold 1 million. That does not look really good at all. So he makes it clear the game has almost certainly not broken even yet, and observes that Shadows' performance on Valve's store has been underwhelming so far. Obviously, that's Steam, right? He also concludes, I reckon it's challenging times ahead for Ubisoft. And just to be clear, this guy is very shilly, because, I mean, you can see here in his post on LinkedIn, he says, Shadows is a damn great game, so I hope its sales pick up a little. It deserves it. And then he even ends the post saying, I reckon it's challenging times ahead for Ubisoft, but he says, give Shadows a go, though. It rocks. So this guy's clearly trying to shill this game while looking at the data and noting that it does not look good at all. It is not the silver bullet, and saying here it's challenging times ahead, right? So this guy is trying to sell the game while noting that it has poor sales based on all of the data that he is looking at. And this idea that it has almost certainly not broken even yet, that's a massive, massive understatement, given he's saying that it's only 1 million copies. And we know that it probably has to sell at least 8 to 12 million copies just to break even, because that's what Assassin's Creed executive producer Mark Alexis Cote said just a couple of months ago. I know if you've been watching this channel any significant amount of time, you know I've cited this these comments by Cote in the past, but I think it is worth repeating here. He says, when you look at who succeeds, at least in the AAA space, so what I'm going to say applies to like mostly premium games, more traditional kind of AAA games. You have 10 games in any given year that will sell about 10 million copies. The reason I'm quoting the 10 million copies kind of mark is from what I've seen and how I've seen the costs, our costs and costs of competitors and everything leaks in our industry. So you have privileged information on where the competition is going. But mostly I estimate that 10 million copies, give or take 2 million copies, which that 8 to 12, right, is mostly what you need to break even. But you have only 10 games that breach that every year. So he is literally saying that you need to sell between 8 to 12 million copies to break even. This is the guy who is running the entire Assassin's Creed division at Ubisoft, and that's what he's saying they need to do. 1 million just doesn't cut it. And again, remember, that's about what Star Wars Outlaws did in its first month when it released, in August, I want to say. And we had that rumor from, Insider Gaming was that claim. And then clearly it does not look like those sales increased at all. Obviously, they got some sales over on Steam when it released, but those numbers were really, really bad. So this does not look good at all for Ubisoft. They've done their best to try to make it look good with a big media blitz here, saying that they had 2 million players. They're overwhelmed by the incredible support and enthusiasm. But even this Shill Analyst is noting that it does not look good. And when even a Shill Analyst is saying it doesn't look good, you know it is not looking good at all for this game. But we will find out the truth probably here in the next couple of months when Ubisoft does indeed release some data on how well this game has actually done. And my guess is we will get something similar to Star Wars Outlaws. Sales were softer than expected, did not do as well as what we expected, yada, yada, yada. And then we will really see based on what their annual revenue comes in. And I think it has to do, I forget what it is, but it's got to do at least over $1 billion, I think is what they were saying, the total revenue for their fiscal year. And if it's less than that, things are not looking good at all. But let me know what you guys make of what this analyst had to say about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.